Okay, this is video number 3. I'm going to explain few things before I start the main course about the movie and videos. So in that movie, there is so much symbology and numerology. I'm going to try in the movie. I'm going to try to explain them to you. Uh, but at certain situations, I was unable to keep up with the speed of, say, certain sounds and so on and so on. But I caught some, and it takes special equipment, specialized equipment to be able to track the symbology and numerology. First of all, the colors in the movie are very significant. Red, blue, and green mainly, right? And these blue means is the color of the Jews, right? Of Judaism. It was actually mentioned in the Huxley's book, that is Brave New World. You know, like he says at one point, the devil's blue flame. Now, green is the color of Islam. Islam is not really specific on colors, but it was used, and then black color was used, and so Islam is not keen on colors. However, green is the main color of Islam. Uh, 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 and again, it's not critical or important or says anything about that. Islam uses also blue color, yellow color, green color. You know, it doesn't matter for us. But green is typically taken to be that color of Islam, the color of Islam. Then there's a red color. The red color is really the Gnostic religions, such as Shiism, such as Alawism, such as all those religions that have good and evil in them and so on. And I think Freemasonry as well. I have not delved too deep inside because not all the information is readily available in the public domain. However, I guess having lived in the United States for like over 40 years now, I have a rough idea of what it is, like pretty good idea. And that's what they are. So red color means that. And there's also another color, and that's pink. And then I found pink, in fact, in Nietzsche's book, Thus Speaks Zarathustra. So these colors are very important. Two timers, numbers and timers. So when a bird chirps or a monkey yells, you count the numbers. So at one point I was able to count like chirping of a bird like 4, 5, 3, right? You know, 4 is, although the number is 4, it really is FOR, and then the 5, 3 is well known. You know, it's 1666, right? So the numerology, also the timer on the timer on your player, such as this, right? Timer on the player also is significant. Uh, 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 and there's also the lighting. So in the lighting, you'd see like sunset, uh, uh, sunrise, things of the sort. And the horizon as well is important. It denotes the place. So there's a desert, right? And there's certain structures in the desert, and then there's at the backdrop or way at the distance, you'd see that mountains with blue colors and so on. So the lighting is very important in lighting and atmosphere, horizon, and sunset and sunrise and so on. They're all significant. I will explain those, of course. So the numbers. There's also a chirp, certain chirp, the crow, like crows 3 times, but then there are certain chirps that 4, 4, 2, 3, or something of the sort. They may mean a calendar, like he wants to say 1,000 years later, so he crows, he records the chirping of so and so, or I noticed there was a calendar that is, I thought of as a calendar that is close to 5,000 years, and that is said to be a Jewish calendar, right? Not yet 5,000 years, but apparently it's close to. Or at the time of the event that is taking place. So the geographical features are very important. They tell you what is going on, and I will explain those. Uh, Last but not least, there is the this very item is a telltale of whom he is talking about, and I'm sure of this. So when you see the word coffee or he's talking about coffee, then he's talking about Arabs, right? When he says ham, he's talking about Christians. When he says chickens, he's talking about the Gnostics, right? Uh, the word coffee, definitely, whenever you see the word coffee in one of those iconic movies, it's really the Arab. I'll give you an example. In the movie No Country for Old Men or Good Men, uh, I think not Banderas, uh, Tommy Lee Jones, you know, about that guy called Chegur, you know, comes and he's like so cold, and then he flips a coin, and then, you know, he walks by a chance, uh, and then at the beginning he visits this old actor, I forgot his name, in a trailer, and then that actor speaks to him about coffee. That means they are talking about Arabs, meaningly what they are trying to say is Shigur is an Arab. Why? Because it's well known across history, and it's a fact that coffee is really from the Arabs. It made its way around and so on. Now there are people now in modern day, Kubricks, right? They're trying to say that coffee is Ethiopia. Coffee is not from Ethiopia. However, if you insist, in very old historians and so on would tell you that the Nile, from the Nile to the east, was also in the ancient times called Arabia, right? And Arabs and Ethiopians and those eastern Ethiopia are very related blood-wise and so on. So whenever you see the word coffee, they're really hinting at the Arabs, right? There are instructions in this movie. So that's the symbology, geographical features, lighting in the horizon and in the sky and so on. There's also the concept of sleep and death. In the old Semitic or Arabic, you know, like ancient Arabic times, sleep and does not always mean sleep, and death does not always mean death. I will explain that as we come along, the examples or the scenes that reflects that. The numbers, like I said, the cherubs and so on. Like for example, I didn't know until a long time that if you hear also sprach, no, thus spake Zarathustra, the music by Strauss, you know, da, 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 you know, like he counts like 3 and 2. It's always multipliers of 3 and 2. And then the number 13, you know, the beat, drum beat is 13 and so on. So even in the music of Strauss, you will see there is like this numerology and symbology of the 23. The 23 usually denotes the 666, or if it's 53, then it's 1666, right? And the 2 threes really is the 2 triangles, and that's the Israeli thing, right? So that's that for this video, and that's video number 3. It's on the same day, 7/17, 2023. And I think I don't have much notes to make about this at the beginning, and as we go along the movie, I will play the movie, and I will stop it and show you the evidence that I know of, and then at the end I will do a visual act to prove to you that that's what I believe he's talking about, and that's exactly what it is he's talking about. There is a quote by Arthur C. Clarke, and I will tell you what it is now, but I will not explain it yet to whom and what. At the end, and I hope I can remember that. I hope to remember and then explain it to you. Arthur C. Clarke said, and I quote, he said, and I think he's still alive. You can ask him on that, right? He's in Sri Lanka. I don't know. But I think he's still alive. You can ask him. He said, I didn't hear that from, well, maybe I heard that on TV or somewhere or read it, that if those people continued, he didn't name them, but I will name them later in the movie. If those people continued, we, him, Arthur C. Clarke, and the Kubricks and so on, would be 4,000 years ahead. Uh, Unfortunately, the Kubricks, made sure that those people didn't continue, and destruction and mayhem, like the movie shows that actually. I'll point it out. And if they continued, we will be probably now back. Humanity will be something. It got near utopia, but then it was destroyed. I will show you what that means. So I will try to remember that toward the end of the movie, and I will tell you who he's speaking about. 4,000 years. All right, that's video number 3.